Hey Ministry fam, I am so excited to be up here to tell you about what's been going on with the Ministry of InterVarsity at Indiana State and at Rose-Hulman this year. But before I do that, I just want to take a second and say thank you. Thank you to this entire church family and my ministry partners who have come alongside and supported me and prayed for me and have brought so much encouragement for the ministry this year. My job and what I get to do on campus, part of it would not be possible without you. And so seriously, thank you. Thank you to all of you for always rallying behind the ministry and supporting InterVarsity. So some exciting things that happened at Indiana State this year is for the first time our chapter finished with 103 students involved in the ministry, which is pretty exciting. And also we had 11 students make adult decisions to follow Jesus for the first time. So yeah, that's pretty exciting. What was exciting about the chapter at Indiana State this year was that small groups exploded in the best way possible. Over 80% of the students who were involved in the ministry were connected to a small group. And we launched our first Black or African American student small group, and we launched a small group in Mills Hall, which houses most of the freshmen. We have been praying for that building for years, so the fact that we've been able to launch a small group there was really exciting and totally praising God for. I started at Rose-Hulman halfway through the year, which is just a story in of itself for this bubbly, energetic girl to go to an engineering campus. But so if you want to hear about that, come find me. But Rose-Hulman also finished with 102 students involved in the ministry. And the biggest thing that God did with this chapter and with these students is break their heart for true outreach. Not just outreach to Christians on campus, but outreach to non-Christians, or those who don't know who Jesus is. And also, he really grew a desire in the hearts of the students to know who God is. There's a huge difference between knowing God and knowing about God.
Amen.
And these students grew in their own personal relationship and their own desire to know who God is and have this intimacy with Jesus like they've never had before. And that was completely at the hand of God breaking their hearts in that. So some ways that you can be praying for me and my students as the school year starts is ISU starts back next Tuesday, and Rose-Hulman starts back near the end of the month. And so be praying for the new student outreach, and that God would be bringing students who are curious and who want to know more about them, about who he is, but also be praying for our hearts that we would be loving and caring to these students like Jesus would as they come to campus. And also be praying for small group leaders. I fully believe that small groups are the sleeping giant of the ministry and is one of the most effective ways to reach every corner of every campus. And so be praying for our small group leaders as they're prepping and inviting their friends and their peers to come to their small groups. And then lastly, be praying for me. As you can tell, I am pregnant. That's what this bump is for. So be praying for my health and my energy these last few weeks before she gets here as I'm on campus. And then be praying for my heart to be fully present as a mom during my maternity leave. That will be really hard for me to fully step away from campus and trust God and to trust my team to take care of these students in this chapter, which I know will be just fine, but praying for my heart to be fully present as a mom during my maternity leave, and then praying for my family and I as we transition back in November to doing ministry part-time, which will just be a world of difference going from full-time to part-time. So thank you. So if you want to know more about this ministry called InterVarsity, or ministry to college students in the Wabash Valley, and you want to learn how you can help, or if you want to get me connected to a college student, I'll be in the lobby after the service, and I'd love to chat with you. And then one last final thing. We are also doing the Taste of Mount Pleasant coming up soon. If you are someone who wants to sign up to cook, I will also be in the lobby doing that. I'll be out there with my husband, so come find me. Thanks, guys.